De-escalation strategies. Disagreements are an unavoidable part of all sports and can happen in dodgeball due to the high-speed nature of the game. People will not always agree with every call you make, and that is fine. In most cases, players following the dodgeball code will ensure that they are easy to manage. There are times, however, when players, coaches, or spectators will let their passion get the better of them and tensions could rise. We recommend using the following de-escalation strategies to diffuse a situation so the game can continue in a respectful manner. Take a breath. If someone with a high heart rate approaches you shouting, it is a natural human response to start feeling the effects of adrenaline in a bid to match them. You, however, do not want to get emotional, as this will only serve to escalate a situation, so take a breath and have a moment to pause and develop your response in your head. Listen. Often, people don't care about feeling like they've won the argument, they just want to feel listened to. If you raise your hand and tell them to go away, their sense of frustration will build up. If, however, you are approachable and ask them to share their experience quickly, this will provide an outlet for them, like releasing a pressure valve. Once you have listened, acknowledge their feelings to help make them feel validated, even if you do not agree with their perspective. Ask, don't tell. Players will respond more kindly to being asked to do something rather than commanded. For example, "Will you please go to the penalty box?" will be received better than "Go to the penalty box right now." Present choices. It can help to clearly map out consequences using the language of choice. An example of this would be, "You can choose to keep questioning my decision and I will need to give you a yellow card," or "You can stop and no further sanction will be required." This provides two clear choices with listed outcomes and gives people the feeling of control of the situation. Move past it. De-escalation is not about who was right or who won the argument. It's about giving people the support required to move past a decision they disagree with or felt frustrated at. Once you are finished with the appropriate de-escalation steps, you can make it clear that a topic is not up for further discussion. A line has now been drawn and the game can continue. You should not treat a player that has required de-escalation any differently going forwards. Simply officiate them like you would anyone else in line with the rules of the sport, as pandering to them and giving them leeway or refereeing them more harshly will only serve to raise tension on the court. Use sanctions as appropriate. Should you need to, follow the sanctions policy, as some people will try to push the boundaries until they find the limit. If you never give warnings or sanctions as recommended, there will never be a consequence to someone's actions. Let's summarise. Take a breath before you act. Listen to make people feel validated. Ask, don't tell. Present choices and their consequences. Move past it. Use sanctions as appropriate.